Hello everyone, Turtleags here, bringing you another Reverse 1999 video. Today, the Master of Theatrics, what I believe to be Charlie's character story, just released maybe 2 hours ago. So I figured I'd actually live stream this. I don't know if anyone's going to hop on and say hi, but anyways, I'm very excited to tackle this. I have no idea what to expect. From my understanding, we will learn more about Charlie today, who had the very first Roaring Jukebox skin in the game, so I'm sure she's very important. Alright, so anecdotes allow you to watch stories of all kinds. You can complete challenges to earn points and claim rewards. Alright, so here we go. Use your penumbra can to unlock the story. You can claim rewards after watching the story. Spending activity during the event period will award you image boxes. When the event version comes to an end, the challenge will close and the story will be permanently added to the next version. I'm not really sure what that means, but... Alright, here we go. So I believe this is what they were talking about, the penumbra cans. A steel canister carrying medicine and memories can be used to unlock anecdotes. And I think there's... Okay, so we have 2 of these. Good morning, friends. Hey, Stallion. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to be tackling the Anecdotes today, which was released just 2 hours ago or so. And I believe this is where we learn more about Charlie. Let's go ahead and unlock. Yep, definitely. Alright, sweet. So there's story progress, 0 of 6. Okay, let's do this. The Exiles. The journey of an exile often signifies fate. The Master of Theatrics. And pardon the background noise, I'm just doing laundry right now. Hey Tin, welcome, welcome. We're about to watch the Charlie Anecdote. Mr. Fool, how much further do we have to go? Oh, the Fool's in here. My dear troop, Master Charlie, to which path are you referring? For the road to paradise has been long closed. No sign of it reopening anytime soon. But if it's the path to hell you're after, that remains wide open, ready for our carriage to speed down and down. No, that's not what I meant. Ha, a jest, my dear, to lighten the mood on this long journey. We've an hour left till we reach our destination. 1 whole hour? Hey Stallion, you seem rather surprised. Well, yes. So you get voice acting with this. It's only that we've already met quite a few people on our journey. I thought perhaps we were closer to town. Also, there's something else, something off about this letter. Dear Troop Master Charlie, we have heard about your troop's reputation. The folks in our city wish to see you perform at our upcoming festival in 5 days' time. It's altogether strange, isn't it? Who invites a theater troupe to perform at a time like this? More surprising is that you've received the invitation at all. Only a few years back, we'd have enough of these letters to fill a wall. But that's long since passed. With all theater prohibited, sending a letter like this is brave. Why is theater prohibited? Brave indeed, openly defying the ban. But my dear troop master, new laws do not restrain desires, they only make new lawbreakers. It is only right that we respond to the people's desires, whether there be a law or... But... Did we not all agree on this decision, the whole troop, including you? Ah, okay, the Fool is part of her troop. Still, I feel like we shouldn't go. What if it's a trap? That's cool. Soldier ... Pardon me, would you be the actors from the People's Troop?
Yeah.
Soldiers. It is a trap. These soldiers must be here to arrest us. Run away, run away. I imagine Fool has Lux's voice since he's his favorite. We should get Lux in here, huh? Wait, Troopmaster, no need to panic. A middle-aged man steps forward from among the soldiers. Ooh, Jeffrey. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Jeffrey. We're here to welcome you on behalf of Autonoma. Mr. Fool and I are acquainted. I believe he can attest to my identity. Huh. So you're not here to arrest us? Of course not. Why, I'm as big a fan of your troupe as anyone else. Why would we do that? You must have seen all the people heading this way. They're local farmers and craftsmen on the way to Autonoma for the festival. Oh, yes, of course. Like it said in the letter, still having a festival at this time feels a bit dangerous? We're well aware, but this decision was made by the mayor after weighing all the risks. I wonder what the risks are. The mayor thinks people need something to celebrate in these troubled times. To avoid clashing with the Duke's band, we're calling this a market fair, at least until the show begins. We'd appreciate it if the troupe could likewise be discreet. Okay, so the Duke is banning this. Why, even the foolish groundhog knows to keep his head low when a hawk's on. That's a sharp analogy, my friend. But either way, I want to thank you for coming and for responding to our plea, despite the dangers involved. You're too kind. We're just grateful for the chance to perform. The festival and your show will be held tomorrow. Until then, rest up and stay low. I've arranged a place to stay and some provisions for you. Follow me. A couple years ago, for my part-time job, I worked as a vision therapist with some kids, so I used to read stories to them, actually. Only a feat. I don't know what that word means. The composition of all feasts is more or less the same. That's a pretty cool picture of Charlie. Part 2. As night descends the following day, the once tranquil streets burst into life, abuzz with activity. The storytelling in this game is more satisfying than parts of Genshin, for sure, agreed. Bonfires crackled at the heart of the square, dispersing the chill and blending with lively chatter, the scent of malt, spices to create a warmth that enveloped the crowd. Could I have some bread? How much is it today? All bread and meat are absolutely free today, courtesy of the city council. Free? But what's going on here? Before he could react, the vendor had already stuffed several loaves of bread into his hands. Where is this place? Here's your bread, and here, take a drink on the house. Hey, Yosef, welcome, welcome. The vendor bent down to pour an amber-colored ale from a nearby barrel. We're watching Charlie's Anecdote right now. Did you know Charlie is Shakespeare's granddaughter? Oh, I didn't know that. Is that is that canon? This is elderberry malt. It's in her lore. That is so cool. Wow. But what are you doing? All liquors are banned now, even arcane brews. Wait, could it be? Is this all to celebrate the festival? Oh, that's so cool. That makes me like Charlie even more. Don't worry, it's only a market fair today, my friend. The vendor gave a shrug that hid their smile. A market fair? This looks more like a celebration to me. So I presume, let's see, I was wondering why they started lighting up the square. It seems to me you're celebrating Christmas again. So I wonder if maybe at some point Shakespeare was not allowed to perform plays, like it was against the Duke's command or something. I wonder if that is an actual historical thing. Not at all. Relax, friend. There's no celebration here. The vendor slyly winked at the nervous citizen. And this? No alcohol here. Only fermented elderberry syrup, freshly bought from an arcanist. But it sure tastes like... Oi, drop the act, mate. Haven't you been waiting for a market fair like the rest of us? ... I'm trying to think where Shakespeare plays initially originated. I think it was probably Great Britain, right? Well, if it's just a market fair, that's all it is. He muttered it low, as if convincing himself. Raising a cup, he gulped the smooth malted drink down. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ah, haven't had elderberry malt in ages. Packs more punch than my old homemade beer. Remember, that's fermented elderberry syrup, mate. Drink your fill. We've got more than enough for today. Oh, of course, only syrup. How silly of me. What a wonderful market fair this is. All the better with some lovely fermented elderberry syrup. Oh, they're covering up what they're actually drinking. So many people. I haven't seen a place feel so alive in ages. Of course, everyone's flocking here. It's in our nature, something we can't resist, like moths to bright flame. We invited a great many singers and actors, though for obvious reasons, only a few could make it as planned. It makes our planned performance all the more special, don't you think? You're right. I think the People's Troupe is what everyone's most looking forward to. That's why we arranged your performances to be our grand finale. It should be a most spectacular show. A wooden stage covered with tents stood at the square's center, poised to become the highlight of this unspoken festival. You mean we're the last to perform? If I'm not mistaken, our play would be... Yes, you'll play an important role in it.
No, don't do that.
No, I absolutely can't do it. This is far too rash a decision. I'm sure I'll muck it up. It was a collective decision, my dear troupe master. And we have full faith in your abilities. Huh? You're from the King's Troupe, aren't you? Here for the market fair too?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking to us? Of course, young lady. I've seen the King's Troupe perform, and I recognize a fair few of the faces among you. So from the lore, Shakespeare used to run a troupe called the King's Men, an actual historical troupe. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, and it's talking about the king here. With all festivals and theater prohibited, soon your troops may disappear altogether. When the king was executed, they had to change the name to People's Troupe. Ah, interesting. Thank you, Tin, for that info. I always thought they were an untouchable part of our lives, but now they've become unspeakable sins. No matter how I try to reason with myself, I just can't understand why. A tyrant's sin is born of unearned glory. To keep his power and fame, he will abandon all conscience. Our existence is a mockery of the tyrant.
Oh my.
And a tyrant can't endure mockery. Mr. Fool, you can't speak like that here. I watched your performances back then when you were known as the King's Troupe. Ah, that's what you were talking about, Tim. I saw actors dressed in splendid costumes lined up on either side. Then the protagonist entered, greeted with thunderous applause. Oh, that's the Psyche. Goodness, that was an outstanding play, something I'll never forget. The theater, props, costumes, scenery, everything was so magnificent. Yeah. Thank you for your praise. I'm sorry to say, I wasn't part of the troupe at that time. Sorry for the clicking, it's my laundry, by the way. What a pity. Those were beautiful times, so different from now. I understand how you must feel. The darker the night, the more we yearn for daylight long past. I fear we might never witness such a scene again. Oh, you're right. Bringing it up only adds to the regret. The King's Troupe has disbanded. The old theaters will be demolished, and soon, all these splendid plays will be forgotten, with none left to remember their brilliant performances. Damn voiceover on Twitch, nice. Hey, Estebanra, thank you for coming. Yes, I'm voice acting everything. That's not true. They will live on, through generations in writing and memories. Thank you for joining. They won't vanish, not as long as people have hope in their hearts. No, they won't disappear. Whether it's dazzling costumes or crude rags, whether in crowded theaters or in the dark of the woods. As long as people have hope, they'll hold true to their heart's desires. So, we'll deliver a performance just as outstanding as those of the past. No more. I vow to you that we'll deliver a performance that surpasses all expectations. I vouch for this with all the skill and artistry I have left to give. ... exclamation point. I see now. ... The theater isn't about splendid costumes, but each actor's performance, the heart they bring to their role, a simple truth long forgotten. I underestimated your determination. I will look forward to your performance tonight, young lady. The old man's eyes sparkled as if a star was reborn in his eyes, and he smiled as he left the square. A splendid monologue, Troop Master Charlie. ... Blush.
my.
I just...
What have I said?
What was I even saying? Blah. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so I guess she's gonna perform. You shouldn't be. I'm sure of it. Now your troupe's performance will win over everyone. As the master of ceremonies, I should apologize for putting you in the limelight, but it is plain to see everyone has high hopes for us, Troop Master Charlie. Wow, the pressure. It's too much. My stomach is turning. And yet the show must go on, my dear Troop Master. As performers, it's our secret mission to channel the audience's enthusiasm into our very best performance. Wow, make all the claims you like, but if we mess up, we're done for. There's no need to panic. We will step on stage and let our performance bring smiles or tears to the people. It's our calling, an unspoken bond between performers and audiences. Mr. Jeffrey. A breathless soldier hurries to Jeffrey's side. Mr. Jeffrey, it's all gone wrong. What's wrong, soldier? Take heart. The festival is starting soon. It's the Duke's cavalry. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Duke was the one who banned this. The Duke's cavalry are approaching. What? This is a problem. We might need to fight them. I don't know if we battle in Anecdotes. We'll see. No battles. Interesting. The golden hair and the Sarusa. What's a Sarusa? No idea. A strand of hair, a handful of lead powder, and a bag of sharp Adonti. Ooh. This is so cool. So they wrote a whole story for Charlie. This can't be happening. The festival was supposed to be a secret. Hey Leo, welcome. It's true. Our reports say that the cavalry will be here soon. Could someone have betrayed us to the Duke? We are, Leo, we're watching Charlie's backstory. It got released 2 hours ago. God, the pathetic Camatheo is always taking something. What do we do now? That must be the Duke's cavalry. Oh no. It's time to run. Mr. Fool, we have to get out of here. Now I'm practicing my voice acting skills. Alright, taking a deep breath, Jeffrey regained his composure. Quick, inform the mayor and have him stall the cavalry. Let's proceed as planned. Wrap up the festival early. Performers, use the secret passages we've prepared for your escape. Yes, sir. ... As I said, Troop Master Charlie, you'd best leave now. I'm truly sorry about this. None of us wanted to put your troop at risk. But if these knights catch wind of you, nothing good will come of it. I understand. So basically, Leo, what's happened so far is that Charlie was planning on doing a performance, but according to the story, the Duke is banning performances, and they've been caught. Too true, Troop Master. And if they chase us down, they'll strangle us and hoist our bodies on flagpoles. Oh wow, that's... At that time, the crows will feast upon our flesh, like a most profane ritual. Alas, alack, a terrifying outcome. We must make our exit as soon as possible. With the performance's scheduled debut closing, the rest of the troupe were busy with final preparations. Troop Master, Mr. Fool, why are you back so soon? Everyone, clueless about what was to unfold, their fellow performers were still basking in the festive atmosphere. I'll use the stream as podcast while I do the weekly stuff. Okay, sounds good. All that was left was waiting for you. Ha ha ha. Costumes were unpacked and prepared, and makeup already painted on their faces.
Oh my, oh my.
Oh my, what a cheerful sight. Of course, our actors should be excited about hitting the stage.
Lamentable.
It's a shame they haven't realized yet that fate has come as a muddy palm to smear their careful preparations. ... Everyone, I have an announcement. But her soft voice was quickly drowned out by the excited chatter. I'm telling you, this script will blow the audience away. Too bad the stage setup's pretty basic this time. Oh, they haven't realized yet. Hey, don't be picky. In these times, just getting to perform is a blessing. We've got to make do with what we have. ... She hasn't told them that they have to cancel. I'm not being picky, it's only that I was up all night imagining our performance. I can tell, your powder is barely covering up those dark circles. Let me apply more. We can't have the audience notice. The bursts of powder rising in the air as makeup was applied caused a shimmering in the candlelight. Charlie had to swallow back what she was about to say. So much hesitation. Troopmaster Charlie, is that stage fright? A peculiar smile slipped through his mask. It carried a hint of mockery and sarcasm, emotions the fool had rarely laid on her. To be continued. Okay, chapter 4, The King in the Labyrinth. Is it a monster or the king's greed that is imprisoned in the labyrinth of Daedalus? I have no idea what that means. The King in the Labyrinth. Come now, if we don't tell them, there will be no escaping. I just don't get it. These things bring joy to everyone, so why does he want to take them away? I can't wrap my head around it. The laughter around them subsided, and worried expressions began to replace smiles on the faces of the troupe. All turned up to Charlie as if realizing something. Charlie, what's happened? But as Charlie opened her mouth, not a squeak emerged. ... We're ready, Troopmaster. But before she could speak, Jeffrey rushed in, panting heavily. Troopmaster Charlie, why aren't you ready to go? The cavalry, they're almost upon us. So, my dear, what's holding you back? Anxiety, anger, or just plain terror? The clown stepped onto the stage earlier than any of the others. Behind that comical mask lay a heart stronger than any other. He had made his decision already. We have to go now, Troopmaster. Why does he want to take it all away? Have you heard the tale of Minos? That's the Minotaur, right? The tale of Minos? Yes, the tale of that famous king. Oh, never mind. Is it Minos or Minos? When the Greek prince Minos vied for the throne, he sought divine favor to prove himself the rightful king. O gods, he prayed, if you support me, grant me a white bull. Then I will sacrifice it in your honor. This shall be our pact. The gods answered, granting him a white bull. But greed led Minos to deceive them.
Oh no.
He sacrificed a different bull, claiming the white one for himself. ... But though Minos had kept the white bull, he soon lost what he sought most. No longer was he a king recognized by all. The term tyrant suited him better. Tyrant. Those who play the role of a tyrant should understand better than anyone the nature of him, quote unquote. A tyrant is a monster, a towering creature, unbound to his duty, unstoppable in his wrath. A tyrant scorns all, seeking only power. He is greedy, hungry to devour everything in sight.
Oh my.
But his arrogance will bring him crashing down, for fear cannot withstand mockery. Then the once terrified populace will rise, and a new king will lead them. So, have you made your choice? Run or stand, live in fear or laugh in the face of death. Run or stand. Hold on, Mr. Fool, do you mean... No, that's too risky. It seems you've made up your mind, Troop Master Charlie. You're right, Mr. Fool, I have. Oh, character development, guys. I do not know what day the tyrant will fall, but until then, it's our duty to resist. Is our show ready? All the players waiting for your cue, Troop Master. The fool bowed his head, acknowledging her command. Charlie closed her eyes, reopening them with a phoenix heart ready to begin.
Get ready for the show.
Let the show go on. Troop Master Charlie, don't be reckless. The rest of the citizens at the festival are under the mayor's protection, and the cavalry have no right to harm them. But your troop are outlaws. They are authorized to kill you on sight. This is far from recklessness. Troop Master Charlie made her decision long ago. She only needed a gentle nudging from the fool. There's no need to fear. Even if the tyrant brings death, we'll not stay idle in our graves. Should death kiss us lightly on the cheek, our struggle will be our epitaph. Dramatic music. But before that,
My amen to it!
we'll mock the tyrant as he deserves. We're ready, Troop Master. The stage is set and the players have their mark. We've been running for so long, but that doesn't mean we'll keep running forever. Looking upon this grand finale, where would the excitement be to flee? Marvelous. Give your best performance and let the audience witness our struggle with their raucous applause. We fled from battlefields, gallows, palaces, dungeons, and we could keep fleeing.
Absolute!
But we performers owe our audience a masterful performance, no matter the circumstance. That is our promise to them. We shall be Theseus, not Minos, who tramples on his promise. Exclamation point. Mr. Fool, ring the bells to announce the start of our show to the audience. And, of course, don't forget to invite our special guests. To be continued. The silent call bell. You and I both know that the bell signals the start of the show. Hurry, don't let them slip away. A swift squad of knights races through the streets, their torches illuminating the night. Stay indoors, everyone, not one step out. This time we will catch them. The clash of metal armor and loud commands echoed through the streets. The town square in the heart of the city was in disarray, with no one to be seen. Until the distant bells chimed. Ooh, the start of the show, as if declaring or beckoning. Come one, come all. At the far end of the street, a clown with exaggerated makeup appeared, clutching a torch. Congratulations, you've captured us poor fools who've suffered so unjustly. You're that outlaw from the wanted posters. Wanted? What a laugh. Who gives meaning to those useless scraps of paper? They are the Duke's command. No one dares disobey. And who gave him the power to give these commands? Of the people. A performer in elegant attire emerged on the opposite side of the street, coolly observing the multitude of knights. What nonsense are you spouting? Why, it's the people. They gave him that power. But then he violated their trust, and he lost the power they gave him. And tyrants quake at its happening. Just as King John feared Arthur, Claudius feared Hamlet, and Macbeth feared Malcolm. The usurper fears the true wielder of his power. He fears us, fears the true holders of that power. Charlie became a shonen protagonist, I know, right? Enough, stop this deceitful talk, seize them all. But first, let us savor our final act. Oh, Charlie's about to. Once more, the distant bells rang out. Don't underestimate Charlie, she's a 6-star, secret 6-star. That is your cue, Mr. Fool. As you wish. The clown raised his torch and flung it aside. Ooh, are we entering battle? Flames swiftly spread from the torch to the buildings lining both sides of the street. The fire escalated rapidly, transforming the street into an impassable wall of flames. What are you doing? Have you all lost your minds? Oh, dang. Quick, on my mark, turn back and retreat. Captain, the way back is blocked. Oh, the cavalry captain turned in shock. Suddenly, a large crowd gathered around Charlie. Silent and unmoving, they stood like an impenetrable wall. Oh, they're protecting Charlie. You thugs, did I not warn you? This is the final act, but not ours, yours. Savor your last gasp of fear, for on its tail quickly comes the anger of the people. Captain, there's nobody on the other side of the street. We can break through there. Wait, are they forcing us to break through ahead? These blasted troublemakers. I see it now. They fear the Duke's might. They won't dare kill us. They fear the Duke's retaliation, so they're forcing us out through another gate. What a despicable lot, daring to turn against their betters. Captain, if we don't run now, it'll be too late. Every time I hear that music, I always thought a fight was about to begin. Yeah, same here. As the fear heightened, the cavalry leader seemed to remember something. No, I won't fall for this. A confident smile spread across his face. Ha, your performance was compelling. It almost fooled me. But alas, Arcanus, your act lacked a certain spark. What are you babbling on about, you up-jumped stable boy? Insults thrown. I've heard of you and your arcane illusions. This is all your trick, isn't it? An interesting conclusion. Ha, these flames, this crowd, they are mere illusions you created. You're just making a blustering show of bravado, but you're nothing more than fools. Despite delivering a pinnacle performance, Charlie's expression momentarily wavered. The cavalryman revealed a smug smile, convinced he'd spotted his adversary's weakness. See for yourself whether it's real or an illusion. Still want to play the braggadocio, eh? Get her. You dare to resist the Duke's power with cheap illusions. Honestly, your actions are as laughable as your sorcery. Get her, take her away. Suddenly the bells chimed again, but this time they sounded unusually long, ringing out a different tune. The echoes of the bells faded, replaced by a different sound. The sound of footsteps. A vast thunder of steps approached from all directions, and soon, flickering torchlights dotted every alley of the street. With this new crowd converged behind Charlie. Exclamation point. Stop, I'm Jeffrey from the City Council. Your actions are hereby condemned by the Council. On behalf of the City Council of Autonoma, we order you to leave now. What's this? City Council? Do you even know who we are? Nothing more than henchmen of a tyrant. Get out. Oh, there's people on Charlie's side. You're not welcome here. Leave now. That's right. Power in the people. As the furious crowd gathered behind Charlie, the flames on both sides of the street roared higher. The temperature rose, and the beads of sweat formed on the henchmen's foreheads. Captain, this does not look like an illusion anymore. I've never heard of any arcanist creating something like this. It's all an illusion, you cowards. Here, let me show you. Oh, he's gonna get burned. The captain of the cavalry gritted his teeth and charged into the burning flames. Power of the P3. Yeah, the P3 pull. Yeah, that's right. P3 Charlie. Damn it, it's scorching. Indeed, and it burns with the people's rage. This is P3 Charlie in action, as Tim mentioned. And should you trample on the people, then they'll reclaim their power. Just gonna stand for a moment. That which rightfully belongs with them. Respect a just ruler, but ever resist a tyrant. This is the reckoning of the people. Still think these angry crowds are just an illusion? You dare. The cavalryman's words were cut off by a rotten egg thrown from the crowd. All right. Though it bounced harmlessly from his heavy armor, the humiliation pierced him deeper than any bolt or arrow. Still think this is just a trick? The bells. ... The bells rang louder and more fervently. They sounded like they were urging a final judgment. The captain's spirit finally crumbled. Madmen! A bunch of madmen! How dare you, rabble, defy the dukes? His muttered words were consumed by the crowd's condemnation. Don't say I didn't warn you. Leave now while you still can. Or face the fury of the people. She raised a hand, and the crowd parted, creating a path behind her. Damn it, let's go, let's go. Retreat, retreat. The soldiers meekly sheathed their weapons and retreated towards the city gate. That's it. Don't show your faces here again. Laughter erupted among the crowd. They won, the people won. The soldiers' arrogance had given way to dejection, in stark contrast to their previous bravado. Pretty cool. By the way, guys, I'm in Lithuania right now. I have 2 days left here, and today is actually the Independence Day of Lithuania. March 11th. And Lithuania has been independent for 34 years, so not that long ago. And this morning I went for a walk, and there were a lot of people with Lithuanian flags. Okay, the beauty of theatrics. This is the end of one drama and the beginning of another. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember you traveling now. Yes. So I've been in Lithuania for about 5 days now. I'm going to be here for 2 more days, and then I'm flying to Skopje, North Macedonia next. I'll be there for about a month. And the internet there is supposed to be really good, like 140 megabytes per second. I think it might be faster than my internet at home. So that'll be great for when we do PvPs and stuff. This story kind of gives me Rankings of Kings vibes. It sure does, yeah. Is this story permanent in the game, or is it an event? I think this is permanent because I think I read earlier that it will be added to the, it said something about anecdotes being added, yeah. I heard Macedonia's bandwidth is wild. Yeah, it's really interesting because anecdotes are perma. Cool. The event is permanent, but the story of the characters change every patch. Ah, I see. So you have to play the event for the anecdotes to be added. Because we're given 2 reels of tape, one for Charlie and one for, I think, A-Knight, if I'm not mistaken. Or I don't remember who the second character was. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I chose North Macedonia because I wanted to go to a country where not as many people had gone to. And yeah, I'll be going to North Macedonia, and then after that I'll be going to Bosnia. But I'm going to go to Mostar, Bosnia, which is really beautiful, really beautiful. There's supposedly like the main town with like a bridge over like a beautiful river, and it's like this beautiful old town feel. Come to Brazil. I need to. I'm actually considering maybe going to Brazil this winter because the winter time in Europe is really cold, but in Brazil it's like summer there, right? Not visiting Marcus' home country. Where is Marcus' home country? Is that Are we talking about Austria? Romania. You know, I thought about going to Romania, but the problem is that, well, I talked to some Romanians, right? Like for me, I I thought about it, but I was like, I would much rather return to Moldova because I have a friend over there. And she told me that if I was to ever return, that she would help me find affordable housing. And Romania will be joining NATO soon. I think possibly this year. And after that, Romania is going to get really expensive. In Romania, there's a lot of attractions like the Castlevania, but it's far from the main city. I think it's like an hour or two away from the main city. But I did think about Romania, but ultimately I decided not to. What do you do for money, turtle? Narration? I wish, right? I'm an international student in Romania. It's not very friendly here. Really? Whoa, Yosef, so you're in Romania now. That's insane. That's so cool. You know, I know of Romania because Romania, that's where the Botez sisters are from. You know, the chess players. And my brother, I used to play chess with my brother because he loves chess. He was like almost grandmaster status at one point. Very cool. What do I do for money? So, Stallion, before I used to work 3 jobs. I used to work as a manager for a clinic, as a real estate agent, and also as a landlord, a property manager for 11 tenants, 12 tenants. But last year, halfway through my travel journey, I decided that I wanted to escape the rat race, and I did some math, and I realized that if I could maintain a certain number of tenants, I could break even. So pretty much for about 9 months now, I've been living on my rental income. Yeah, I'm breaking even right now. I heard Romania has a lot of crime and kidnapping. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I didn't hear of crimes, to be honest, but people are pretty rude when you're not white. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. You know, for me, it's really interesting because, like, you know, when I was in Moldova last year, for instance, there was not a single person who looked like me there, and people did not speak English there either. But for me, it was a little different because I had originally planned to go to Russia, and so beginning September of 2021, I was taking private Russian lessons. But then the conflict happened, right? So I changed my plans, my travel plans completely. I decided to start like a brand new travel journey after the conflict had existed for about 10 months. And 2022 passed me by and I was like, I need to do something different with my life. I need to travel. I pretty much went an entire year without taking any vacation, and I had accumulated about a year and a half's worth of vacation hours. So I decided to start my travel journey January of 2023. I heard Romania has a lot of crime and kidnapping. Oh no. I didn't hear of crimes, to be honest, but people are pretty rude. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I forget who told me, it was either a Romanian or another European who told me that, like when I told her that I ultimately decided not to go to Romania, she told me that actually you're not missing much. It's kind of overhyped because besides Castlevania, well, there's a lot of castles there, which is pretty cool. It's a cool place to go to if you're really into castles, but you have to travel far and wide for different castles. Yeah, so... But I love Moldova a lot. Moldova is directly east of Romania. My Moldovan friend, she actually, around the time that I had met her, before I had left, she had told me she was going to Moldova to get her, my Moldovan friend was going to Romania to get her Romanian citizenship. That way she could travel more. More or less when I went to Moscow in 2017 and went church hopping for Muros, me and my girlfriend heard about this from our guide. Oh, I see. I was actually in Moscow this past September and October. Or October and November, sorry. I was in St. Petersburg in September, and then I took a train to Moscow to be there for about 2 weeks. I watched my most favorite figure skater, Kamila Valieva, perform live. It's actually on my travel channel if you want to check it out. She participated in the Beijing Olympics. What do you think of the Russian metro? The Russian metro is beautiful, very clean. The thing about Russia is that the people are very civilized. They pretty much, they respect law enforcement a lot. And law enforcement are actually very respectful to the locals as well. And it's very clean. The streets are spotless. It's not like any other country in Europe or America where you can see there's not a piece of garbage, not like one tissue, one straw on the streets. It's spotless. And the metro is super clean and it's very well. But the Moscow metro, I almost had a heart attack the first time I looked at the map because it looked like a rat maze. It took me probably a week and a half to learn the metro. But anyways, I'm talking about Russia now because when I went to Moldova, even though I think I was like the only tourist out of the 1 week I was there, nobody spoke English. Yeah, but they did speak Russian though. So I was speaking Russian to, the locals there, and they treated me really well. And if you watch one of my videos, I did accompany my Moldovan friend because she's half Transnistrian, half Russian, but she grew up in Moldova. So Transnistria, for those of you who don't know, is kind of like Taiwan in that it's not recognized as a country internationally. It's actually a breakaway province of Moldova. And my Moldovan friend, she told me she hadn't been to Transnistria since she was a young girl. Since she was 12, and she's my age. I'm 35, and so I was like, so it had been 23 years since she had been, right? She grew up there as a young girl. I think she was born in Transnistria. And I was like, oh, wow. So is it possible to cross into there? And she said yes. And like when you're in Moldova, like when you look on TripAdvisor, you can actually hire a tour guide to go into Transnistria. And I told her I was debating whether or not to go on a tour there. And my Moldovan friend was like, oh, do you want to go together? I want to go, but I just don't want to go alone. And I was like, sure. So we ended up taking a 3-hour car ride. She drove us a 3-hour car ride. We both crossed the border into Transnistria. And it was so crazy because when we got to the border between Moldova and Transnistria, and geographically, by the way, it's Romania, then Moldova, then Transnistria, then Ukraine. Right? So we're crossing the border from Moldova into Transnistria, and they're literally, when we got to the border, there were 2 tanks with their cannons facing in our direction. I was like, oh my God, this is kind of intense. But we got to the border, and the lady, my Moldovan friend, we're still in communication. Her name is Natalia, and she talked to the guards and they registered me, and we crossed into Transnistria. And, of course, there was nobody else like me there. It was like I entered a bubble. It kind of reminded me of when I went to Ukraine back in 2016. There was when I was in Ukraine, I did meet 2 other people who looked like me. One of them, I think, he was married to a Ukrainian lady and they had a daughter. And then there was another person who looked like me who I think was on a date or something like that. But anyways, it kind of reminded me of Ukraine in a way. It was just its own bubble, people minding their own business, It was just very quiet, very clean once again. And I remember I went grocery shopping with her in the outdoor market, right? It's kind of like a farmer's market. And by the way, Transnistria has their own currency. It's Transnistrian rubles. And I exchanged my euros for Transnistrian rubles. And no, I still had some Moldovan lei. That's the currency, and I converted my Moldovan lei to Transnistrian rubles. I remember now. Yeah, and I was there for maybe like a couple hours. She showed me around, and it was really cool. It was a very cool experience. As an American, we're meant to believe Russia is behind us and every third world compared to us, not to mention evil, but it was very nice there. Yeah, what's really surprising about Russian media? So when I was in Moscow and I turned on the TV, well, first of all, what really surprised me was just how, how in American media, we sometimes make fun of other leaders, including our own. But in Russian media, it's totally different. Like here in America, you see like footage of like Biden tripping on the stairs here and there, whatever. But in Russian media, it's totally different. Whenever they show President Biden, they always show him in a suit and tie. There's no footage of him tripping, and it's very civil. Like this might shock you guys, but like I remember I was watching the Russian news during the time when Russia was invited by China on the world stage with 198 other countries around the world. And China, they of course put Russia in the spotlight as like a major partner. And yeah, it was all very respectful, you know. It was really cool. When I was in Russia, people treated me really well. As a matter of fact, there were some Russians who were very happy to see me. Like my Puerto Rican friend who is married to a Russian lady, he was warning me, Turtle, make sure you do not smile, because if you smile, that's considered like you making fun of them, or like just it'll make you stand out too much. Don't stand out too much. But like for me, I'm the kind of person, because I work in healthcare. So I'm the kind of person, it's in my DNA, you know? I smile when I see a patient. But when I would naturally smile, like in the metro, like if there is like a lady, you know, a beautiful lady, or if, you know, there's someone who helped me out, or if I'm approaching to ask for directions or ask where the nearest metro is, you know, they're so friendly, so helpful, so down to earth. I think the misconception about Russian folks is that they hold their emotions on their sleeves. I think is how the saying goes, which is kind of nice, right? Because when you're in European countries or American countries, you may talk to them. They may seem like they like you, but deep down they hate your guts. But in Russia, it's different. If they like you, they show that they like you. If they don't like you, they show that they don't like you. And for me, that's kind of a breath of fresh air, right? Because it's like, okay, at least I know the truth. I know the truth, so I can act accordingly. Yeah. Sorry, I went on a random tangent there. Yeah, generally in Europe and Asia, only young people speak a little bit of English. I think it's good that travelers should learn another language to talk locally rather than forcing locals to speak your way. Yes, and locals are very respectful. Like earlier when I went shopping here in Lithuania, there's a lot of Ukrainians, but even more Belarusians. And the best Belarusian folks, they, you know, of course they all speak Russian. A lot of people speak Russian here, and that's kind of how I've been getting by, because not everyone speaks English. Like the waitress today, when I ordered food, she could not speak English, so I spoke to her in Russian. And they're all definitely learning another language helps a lot. Yeah, true, you got a point, but people can learn only too much. Yeah, Google Translate your question first, then ask them with Google. Yeah, Google, so for me, I use Yandex Translate, and the cool thing with Yandex Translate is that you can take a picture. Like when I was in Russia, I would take a picture of something, and then Yandex Translate would translate the picture, which was really helpful. It's a respecting touch. American media is really bad, yeah. Oh yeah, Tinley, you're in America now. How is America? I'm studying in the US currently in Texas. Pretty nice here, but big cities on the coast are getting worse. Yeah. Oh, I was in the Texan airport on my way to Lithuania as a part of a connecting flight, and the people there are really good looking. Yeah, I think Texan women are really beautiful. In France is the only time I felt unwanted in other countries. That's unfortunate. You know, the interesting thing about in Europe, and part of the reason why I keep coming back to Europe, is because Europeans, they tend to be more respectful of other countries. Now, of course, there's some westernized countries that are kind of unhinged, like the UK. They speak their mind, right? They have a fiery personality, but generally speaking, like for me, for instance, I attended a Russian language summer program in Latvia last June or July. And I was the only person who was not from Switzerland in my class. And the Swiss classmates, they were all so respectful. And within Switzerland, it was like a melting pot of people from Poland, people from Germany, and like three other countries. And some of them were even either full Russian or like half Russian. And, you know, like you consider the conflict right now, and people are still very respectful to everyone, you know. I like that a lot. It's not like in America where we're not even respectful to our neighbors, right? Like we're just thinking about how can we fortify the borders more so people can't cross. But in Europe, it's different. You almost have to get along well with the other countries simply because you're sharing borders with so many more countries. Yeah. I don't know how we got off topic on this, but anyways, let me just use the toilet real quick and we'll continue onwards with Charlie's story. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so challenge stage. Get 1 image box for every 100 activities spent in a day. Get up to 3 image boxes per day. So what is this? Rules. Defeat the enemy waves to earn points. Complete challenges to earn points. The more waves you clear, the more points you earn. Tap help for more details. This is where you can exchange your points for prizes. Play last chapter again or I'll hit you. Okay. Alright. Yep. Let me go back. Alright, so where did we leave off? Chapter 6, that's right. I think I'm recording. What's up again? Welcome back, welcome back. Sorry for that that glitch. I don't know what happened there. The cavalry left the town dejected and broken. As the gates closed, the bells chimed once more. But this time its toll was slow and drawn out. They're gone. Charlie staggered back as if drained of all her strength. I'm just going to stand up for a moment, guys. She gasped violently, filling her lungs with air. They really left. As she tried to compose herself, the people around her and the burning buildings lining the streets began to sway. Finally, the whole scene shattered like a popped bubble, revealing the true appearance of the street. The festive bonfire continued to blaze in the square, its flames turning the surroundings as bright as day. But only a small portion of the crowd had vanished. More people remained behind her. Yes, it wasn't an illusion, but rather they had been all or almost all too real. After a few moments of silence, a cheer erupted from the crowd. We did it! I can't believe it! We actually drove them away! Hurrah!
Absolute.
A flawless performance, Troop Master Charlie. A flawless performance. A haunting performance of unprecedented magnitude. Let's not talk about it anymore. Oh, I was so scared just thinking about what happened. I can't stop shaking. You did it. You really scared off the Duke's men. No, I didn't do anything at all. I might have put everyone at risk. If it weren't for all of you, my poor tricks would have been exposed. There's no need to be modest. You gave us the courage to resist. We came together because of your call. This is an outright victory, Troop Master Charlie. You gave them a taste of their own medicine and taught them a lesson for all of us. Really? Mr. Jeffrey was right. These nights will never reveal what happened today. The tyrant's lackeys rely on lies and fear to maintain power, fearing people might discover how weak he truly is. Their actions are driven by self-interest. They won't speak of this. It would never serve their purpose. That's amazing. We really did it. But, Troop Master Charlie, I must remind you of something. Though emotions will run high for now, please don't forget there's another act still to come. Something greater still.
Yeah.
Oh. Our earlier performance was but a dress rehearsal. What comes next is the real show, the most crucial of our performances. The eager crowd has already gathered. Step onto the stage and answer their call. With the bells tolling, their audience converged on the square from all directions. Their faces filled with anticipation for a performance befitting the festival.
Get ready for the show.
Yes, yes, you're right, Mr. Fool. Now begins the most important part of the show. She took a deep breath, her expression turning serious. It was the same look she always wore when she stepped onto the stage. Let's get started, Mr. Fool. Oh Lord, is the thumbnail or something? Yeah. May we echo the promise we made to our audience and let them know the theater we cherish won't end here. Because the joy of theater can have a lasting impact. It can overcome hardship, defeat fear, and even conquer the greed of Minos. Yes, even if it's an illusion, what people experience is far from some meaningless bubble. That was pretty cool. We get to enjoy 6 chapters of... Oh wait, we're not done yet. That is where our little story ends. I wonder, Miss Verton, was the story to your satisfaction? You see, that is the true meaning of theater. Whether real or illusory, people will find in the performance an inspiration to resonate with. Were you wondering about which play the troupe is performing? If you ask me, it's still a little too early for Christmas. But for a story like this, ending it with a little comedy seemed quite fitting. I'm curious, what do you think? Oh, there's no need to answer. I believe deep down inside you already know. But all this remaining the same, I hope you enjoyed the story. Applause, applause. Great story, great story. And that's so cool. Tin had mentioned earlier that Charlie is actually the granddaughter of Shakespeare. And yeah, I love the emojis. All right, great. So that was pretty cool. By the way, I think either this week or next week, I will have a video released on my travel channel of me watching the Romeo and Juliet ballet performance in the Czech Republic, the Prague Theater, the Prague State Opera, I think is what it's called. That was really cool. It was literally like a 2.5-hour ballet performance. It's just like pure ballet, no talking, just ballet with a musical orchestra playing. It's not like a pre-recorded anything. It's like actual music performed by a bunch of people with different musical instruments. It's really cool. She has a great backstory and design. Agreed. Europe still holds ballet and orchestra. I love that. Oh, dude, when I was in St. Petersburg, there is a very famous opera house. It's called the Mariinsky Theater. And it consists of 3 different buildings, the concert hall, the Mariinsky 1 and Mariinsky 2. And I watched 3 performances, one in each one of these buildings. One of them, my favorite, was actually Swan Lake, which was a play written, I think it originated in Moscow like 100 years ago. And apparently Swan Lake, the performance has only been rewritten 3 times in the past 100+ years. So it was very cool to watch the Swan Lake performance from the country of origin, and it was really amazing. It was like literally 3 hours of performance, because there's 3 acts, right? It was like almost 3 hours of performance with a musical orchestra downstage playing music the entire 2.5 hours. It was crazy. Yeah, we saw the Nutcracker during Christmas in Moscow. Ooh, I didn't get to see that, but that's really cool. Yeah, I watched Swan Lake ballet. I watched the Don Quixote ballet, which was really cool. It's like a Spanish ballet performance, and it was really well done. Ballet is on a whole nother level in St. Petersburg. It's incredible. Okay, so now we have a challenge stage. I'm really curious about how this will go. Oh, and there's, okay, yeah, this is the challenge stage, right? So we'll go ahead and start. Insufficient image box, get more by spending activity. Ooh, okay. How do we spend activity? Oh, we need to spend activity elsewhere, I guess is what it's asking. Yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead and spend it somewhere. Maybe do your dailies. Yeah, good idea. Okay. So right now I'm pre-farming for 6. Spend 100 stamina for 1 ticket, got it. Okay, so I'm pre-farming for 6 right now, and I'll go ahead and maybe we'll do this stage, I guess. So 200 stamina is the limit. Yes, yeah, level 80 is the cap and 200 stamina is the limit, you're right. I have 100% bond on all my characters. Yeah, so I get to play whatever I want, it's amazing. My favorite team right now is 37, Lilia, and Tooth Fairy. Such a fun team.
Foundations kids.
Can sleep 20 hours. You're right. I'm starving. Be right back. I'll leave the stream open. Okay, enjoy your food, Leo. Also, if you don't play Anecdotes now, next patch they will be available. You can unlock by completing all weekly tasks. You only miss out the challenge stage. Got it. Thank you for the info, Tin. I know you're one of the folks who like really knows all the CN stuff. Like I've read a lot of your comments, and yeah, thank you for that. It's really cool how you know all that info. You play CN. Oh. Tin, do you have a channel that I can follow as free to play? But still, that you play CN. Lucky Lux, oh my god. Yay, you're here. He's a whale, are you? Oh my god. That's so cool. No, I'm just a player. Oh, dude, if you ever, do you plan on, oh, that's hilarious. Dude, that's so cool. Dude, Tin, if you ever made a channel, I would totally support you 100%. I feel like you have a lot to contribute to the Reverse 1999 community. I actually uploaded a video maybe 2 weeks ago about how to edit your own videos. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I need to find your channel. Like, I've known you, Tin, since, like, the game's release, but... yeah, okay, I'll have to look you up later, and, oh, you don't have a channel. See, like, I think if you had a channel, you would help out so many folks. Yeah, I have a video, on how to edit your videos and how to create a thumbnail. It's something, I spent 5 hours teaching myself how to edit videos. And if you need, like, ooh. When I say he does, I mean he contributes a lot to the community. He absolutely, yeah, you do. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, there's not many CN players, right? It's just Lucky Lux, Tin, Cocky Gotcha. Yeah, I think you guys are the ones who, well, Tin, you're like an encyclopedia, with what you know. I might actually, because I'm thinking about refilming my video on basically the free-to-play path, you know, like how many pulls you get. I didn't know that Joe was going to be the entire version 1.6. Well, TikTok might get banned in the US, so I'm still on the fence. Oh, they may get banned this year? Oh, that's unfortunate. It's the election year after all. Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Man.
Welcome to the world of numbers. Hip hip hooray!
It's actually election year for a lot of places. Actually, so my parents are from Taiwan. My mom was in Taiwan when the new president was elected. And yeah, that was crazy. Apparently, the new president that we elected is the one that China does not like. So I'm like, okay, well, but you still have every other country plus Canada. Yeah. We'll see. It's a crazy world out there right now. But, okay. So let's go back.
Raindrops never actually fall. They are motionless at the instances of
Oh, you're
time.
Taiwanese, you speak Cantonese? So for me, so it's like this. After my dad served in the military, because in Taiwan you have to serve in the military for 1.5 years. My dad, because of his eyesight, he had poor eyesight. He didn't serve in the traditional style military where you like march and hold a gun and stuff. He worked in like kind of like special forces in the sense that my dad, he was stationed in one of the satellite islands off the coast of Taiwan, And there, my dad, he was in charge of teaching the local fishermen how to identify suspicious submarine activity. And so inevitably, my dad had to learn English in order to also train some of the US soldiers who were helping out. And he made friends with like two of them, became very close friends. And they were telling my dad like, oh, about America. And my dad, he decided to, after serving in the military, my parents had just married, and they decided to go to America. That way my dad could pursue his master's in electrical engineering. And so I was born in the US. So I'm a US citizen. However, when I was 6 months old, we flew back to Taiwan. And I lived in Taiwan for probably until I was 6 or 7 years old. And so my first language was actually Mandarin Chinese. I never really learned Taiwanese just because when we moved back to the US, specifically California, because like near San Francisco, because of the technological boom. So eventually my English became better than my Mandarin, but because I had a very close relationship with my grandmother, so I attended Saturday school, and I kept my Mandarin up. So my Mandarin is probably like B2, B3 level, which is essentially like if you dropped me off in Taiwan or China or something like that, I could speak it. But I think reading would be challenging for me. Well, first of all, what's interesting is like the Taiwanese characters are actually what the Chinese characters used to look like. But China, they simplified the characters to make it easier for foreigners to learn. So the Taiwanese characters, like they have more strokes. That was like the original language, but then China changed it. So I can't really read simplified, but I can partially read traditional. And in Taiwan, we speak Mandarin Chinese and Taiwanese. Taiwanese does sound like Cantonese. I think Cantonese is spoken by people from Hong Kong and certain parts of China, I think is how it goes. Yeah, ni hao,朋友. Yeah, I can read that, yeah. Yeah, Taiwan is amazing. Oh, thank you. I feel very proud to be Taiwanese because Taiwan is one of the few countries that doesn't, whenever someone asks me when I'm in Europe, where are you from? And I say I'm from Taiwan, there's no country that thinks poorly of Taiwan, because Taiwan, we're very, we just want peace, and we just make computer chips. That's it, like we're not trying to take over anyone. And we invite foreigners. As a matter of fact, the last time I was in Taiwan, the metro system was like completely updated. You don't even need to speak Mandarin Chinese or know the language in order to navigate around Taiwan. And Taiwan is so safe that you could accidentally drop your wallet on the street, come back in an hour, and the wallet likely will still be there. Taiwan is you guys hear some static noise? Oh no. You hear static, might be his mic or something. Oh no, is my static still going on? No? Oh, okay. Oh wait, is that not now? Okay. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, this is the Lucky Lux. I could not believe it. When I woke up yesterday morning and, Kakigacha, he had actually messaged me just sharing his support with the PvP that I was doing. And I was so shocked, I had woken up, I saw the message and I was like, it can't be. It took me probably 2 minutes to realize who I was talking to. It was surreal. Yeah. All right, so now we have spent... Okay, so we got one image box. The cockpit. Yeah, it's so cool, right? Yeah, he's so down to earth. Such a cool guy. So this was like 2 mornings ago, right? And then yesterday morning, like I was debating whether to do the grand tournament because we didn't have enough participants, but we didn't even have enough participants for the general tournament either. And I just felt it was like too close of a call. And so I ended up canceling the tournament, or postponing it, not canceling it. And Kaki Gotcha, he probably spent a good 20 minutes with me giving his feedback regarding how to make PvP better. Yes, I was so surprised. He's such a cool guy to talk to. You may need a co-host next time for the player categorization, though. That's going to be quite sensitive. Yeah, co-host can help. I agree. Yeah, I think I really needed a co-host because I realized after watching the replay that I had missed a lot of chat. Like, there were some new people who were saying, "Hi, how are you, Turtle?" And chat was moving so fast during the PvP that I totally ignored them, essentially. Yeah, he told me that he was working with you. Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback from him. And so what I did was, after getting a ton of feedback from Kaki Gotcha, I released another video, kind of taking the best of what Kaki Gotcha was telling me, advising me. Like, I changed a couple things. And then I came up with kind of like a rough draft of what I thought a good PvP would be. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from viewers, and so I kind of have some idea as to how to further refine it. Yeah, so I think next time should be even better. And I'm really excited because the next Airbnb that I'm staying at has really, really, really good internet. So this will be perfect for live streaming PvPs. I'm thinking I definitely want to do at least one PvP per character release. Actually, if we were to, ideally I would want to hold a PvP at the end of each week. You know, on the weekends when people are unwinding, it'd be really cool to just match people up and have fun. But I definitely agree with a lot of viewers, as well as Kaki Gotcha. Like, I seriously need to separate the free-to-plays from the low spenders, and oh no, my screen is freezing. Ah, my screen froze again. Why is that happening? Can you guys see me moving or just hear me? Uh-oh. You can also do a tournament in the second half of the event. Low spender, I don't... Okay. Sorry guys, am I still online? I think... Oh, maybe my phone crashed or something. Oh, I'm still on? my phone crashed. I'm sorry guys. So I'm doing okay, right? Okay, I'm back on. Alright, sorry guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this challenge stage. But anyways, I'm really excited for the next PvP. So, as I had mentioned earlier, I'm going to be flying... I'm in Lithuania right now. I fly to North Macedonia this Wednesday. Basically, I think I'll probably depart in the morning and I'll land in the afternoon. So when I arrive in North Macedonia, then I'll know about my internet situation. It's supposed to be really good, very fast internet, and I'll be in North Macedonia for a month, and so that'll be great. We'll definitely do PvPs, certainly when 6 releases. But I think it's certainly possible we can have at least one round of PvPs for both the Asia region as well as the Europe/America region before 6 comes out. I think it's highly likely we'll have one more of that. Okay, let's switch over to my favorite team right now.
Look at my back.
Even that, it could be found.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Oh, is a bubble. Time to check my calculation.
Right win.
It would be nice though if we could see two people race at the same time in one stream. I think that'd be pretty interesting. You can also do tournament in the second half of the event when the second character is released and when Utu... Oh yeah, that way give more stages for the tournament. I'm a low spender, so I'm afraid I don't know if I have enough characters needed to participate. That's something that I'm working on right now. I want to make sure that free-to-plays and low spenders, and also players who are new to the game, are able to still enjoy. Oh wow, there's 7 waves here. So I probably should have saved some of those cards.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
No worries.
It could be found. Given that.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I think my chat might be frozen on my phone.
The final demonstration. Given that.
Fine.
Welcome to the world of numbers.
ВДВ.
It could be
Сколько
found.
побед?
Given that. It could be found.
ВДВ. Сколько побед?
It's a bubble. Are you irrational numbers?
Swallow my exhaust.
Oh, message me on Discord. I have no way to message you. Okay, Lucky Lux. Yeah, I'll message you. Hi, I also play Reverse 1999, done with 1-5 story in 5 days. Hey Zentoro, thank you for coming. Appreciate you joining us. There are endless ways Turtle X could do Utu. I'm just watching. The thing with Utu is the card system. Some of them outright break the balance. Yeah, that's true. Especially after 1.7 with the new Utu game mode with borrowed character from the friends. You could limit it like you said. Ban cards are limited to 1 card. Yeah, limit characters to 1 Utu card. That'd be interesting. Okay, so if I was to do like a PvP for Utu, people would actually watch, right?
Fine.
That would be interesting because then you can see what cards people use.
Right win.
But it could make for some broken combos.
Perfect. Given that. The final demonstration.
Yeah, Utu PvP is interesting.
It's a bubble.
Yeah. Well, Utu is where Lily is broken because of the TTT card. Ooh. You know, I haven't used the TTT card at all. I don't know about the strat that you use with Lilia for that. Most people are strong in Utu, so it's fair as well. That's true. That's very true. That's something to consider. That'd be very interesting. It would be different, right? It would be different. Actually, when does Utu come out? Is it like in 1 week? I think it's coming up soon, right?
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Intersect and divide.
So maybe that should be the next tournament. It'll be Utu. It would give you more content? Okay. Thank you for the suggestion. So maybe the next PvP will be when Utu comes out. And I believe Utu comes out before 6 does, right? Because we still have about 16 days left before 6 comes out, which is a really long time. I'm actually a little anxious about that because with so much dead time, it's going to be a tall order for content creators to keep things fresh, you know, for the community.
It could be
I believe when the 37 banner ends. Yeah, so that's about 16 days. Oh, wait, so yeah, we'll have to wait a long time for that. Yeah, that's another reason why I felt really strongly like we should do Utu, or not Utu, do PvP because, you know, we have so many new players joining in right now, but we also have some old players who are running out of things to do, so it'd be good to have just something for people to look forward to.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Given that. Time to check my calculation.
Don't blink.
I'm really looking forward to your Marcus vid, Lucky. That'd be I'm really curious
Fine.
what kind of character, like DPS support, Marcus turns out to be. You'll be here for 1.8 Lux. Yeah, we need you, Lux.
Wanna watch the aerial
Isn't
stunts?
it could be found.
Right win.
You'll be on vacation around Annie.
Red 38
Points
is about to
earned.
return.
Ooh, interesting. We get these reels, which I presume are for prizes. Ah. I get it. So every 100 stamina you spend allows you to tackle one of these challenge stages, and oh, there's quite a few stages. Ooh, and you get this, what is this? Amplification. Ah, this is the special one that amplifies a 5-star Psy Cube. Oh. That's right. You know, I started saving up for the 5-star Psy Cube Yearning Desire. Is that the best 5-star Psy Cube? Oh, for Yearning Desire. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, probably just going to use this on Yearning Desire. Yeah, I'm saving up right now in my shop to get that.
They are motionless,
I have 162, almost there for a Yearning Desire. Very cool. You know, every time there's a weekly reset, it's really exciting because we get to get way more things in the jukebox. And I like how the jukebox, they finally increased it from level 50 all the way to 70, right? That wasn't the case before. That's pretty cool. There's another one called Remaining Absurdity. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one because that's a Psy Cube that is good for Miss New Babel, right? The one that boosts defense. You could make those Attorney as well for free to play. 7 rounds, who is the quickest? I like that suggestion. I'm going to write that down, actually. Yeah, that's what I want to do, Lucky. I basically want to make it... I'm going to separate it PvP between free-to-plays and low spenders. Basically, the free-to-play category, I'm going to make it the category where it includes true free-to-plays as well as people who only get the Roaring Jukebox and the monthlies. I don't think the discrepancy is going to be too huge. And then probably low spenders and whales will be in another category. But I do agree with a lot of you guys what you said about me needing a co-host to help me out with kind of determining who is who. Yeah, Remaining Absurdity, that Psy Cube, I think it increases your defense as well as increases the power of your shields. Well, anyone with a P5 is a whale, Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think in my video I defined a whale as someone with at least 1 P5. But you know, there's some low spenders who have P2s of every single event character, so that's kind of whale territory as well. So I think going off of portrait level is better. Oh yeah, that's right, portrait level, that's true. It's very true. Yeah. Because I have a P5 Sotheby, but I don't whale. Oh, you're right. Okay, I gotcha. Also, a certain 6-star named Jo Nyung is banned automatically. Yeah, I still don't really understand her kit, but I just know she does a lot of things. And she's basically like an upgraded Lilia, right? That does so much more. 7-star? Yeah. Okay. I see. So where do I spend the second reel then? Let me see. Oh, you saved that reel? Oh, I see. Got it. You know, I just discovered yesterday that you can unlock 30 more spaces, more of these tiles. I didn't know that we got, you know how there's like the special story, right? And it gives you this item. I didn't know you could level up the Paleo Hall until yesterday. She is an easy follow-up attack user. Absolutely. Yeah. Like Joe, the problem with Lilia is that she doesn't hit hard enough. Her ultimate is kind of like a wet noodle. I don't like separating free-to-plays or whales tournaments. Just give some handicap, like more ban for free-to-plays. I agree with you, V. See, part of what I'm concerned about is that I dissect the categories so much, like free-to-play one group, low spender another group, whales another group, that by separating them, we hardly have enough participants for a competition. Not to mention, we're also further subdividing by region. My viewer base is growing, but it's still, there's a lot of people who want to participate who aren't able to yet. But I'd have to know your account to know what to ban. Yeah. It's like I never watched Football Division BCD. Yeah, that's a very good point, V. But it kind of sucks. Like, what I should do is just make the competition available for everyone. But instead of having prizes for the top 3 finishers, I have like a prize that's randomly given to 3 of the participants. Maybe that will calm the anxiety, because I think that a lot of free-to-plays who want to participate they feel like they won't get a prize, right? Because they'll get, the whale will just gobble them up or something. I think if I introduce some handicaps for the whales on top of making prizes not based on your placement, but just by participating. Because at the end of the day, I just want people to participate, right? I still prefer in-game real-time, and it's fine for any raid or U2. Yeah, it's a lot to... but what you guys suggested earlier about U2 being more of a balance field between free-to-plays and whales, I do agree with that. Because some of the cards are quite powerful. It's just whoever studied more and has the more broken cards are probably going to win.
Raindrops never actually fall. They are motionless at the instances of time which constitute the fall.
All right. What do I do now? I ran out of stamina. Just give prizes to everyone? Yeah, maybe I should, huh? Actually, for the prizes for the participants, I've given out prizes to almost everybody at this point. It's just 1 finalist and maybe 2 viewers who are watching who I haven't given prizes to yet. Turn clear count, so if U2, some player can copycat during the tournament. That's true. Will that defeat the whole point of competition? Yeah, you're right, Tin. Okay. Well, it seems like a lot of my viewers are asking me to separate the free-to-plays from the spenders. So I'll have them in separate tournaments. You can give everyone Roaring Month, but winner gets, the Battle Pass too. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I think what I'll do is so obviously I will have it, basically we're going to have 4 tournaments, right? 2 for each region. That way the Asia region's not getting up in like 3 in the morning to participate in the other time slot. And then, so 2 tournaments for the Asia region, 2 tournaments for the America/Europe region. And of those 2 tournaments, 1 is free to play, and then the other is a low spender /whale, and the whales will get handicaps. But how will you decide if a player is free to play or not? Maybe you could do the top free to plays versus the top whales. Yeah. The crazy thing is that some of the free to play accounts are kind of cracked, right? Like, but Kaki Gotcha, he did share with me his day 1 free-to-play account, and this was what opened my eyes, right? Like, really made me realize, oh wow, the gap between a free-to-play and a whale is huge, ginormous, because a free-to-play day 1 player will only have about 2 rows of built characters, and by built, it would be like I2 level 50. That's considered built. Yeah. But a lot of viewers are free-to-plays. And newer players. Like, we have a lot of players right now who started around the time that Tooth Fairy was released. My roll is only 1.6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the other issue, too. There's a lot of viewers right now, free-to-plays, who are saving for Joe. Some of them are saving for a P1 Joe. Yeah, I have a plan. We could talk on Discord. Okay, excellent. That sounds good, Lucky Lux. Yeah, actually, I should probably go ahead and add you right now. Let me see. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll find your Discord. Anyways, guys, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream now, since there's nothing else to show. Lucky Lux? Okay. Let's see. I'm kind of new to Discord. Okay, add friends, find friends, allow. Oh, don't allow. Wait. Close. Add by username. Lucky Lux. Send friend invite. Okay, I sent a friend invite. Let me know if you've gotten it. Got it. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later. And probably the next time I stream will be when a new content comes out, or if like the next PvP tournament this weekend. Don't mind chipping into the pot for rewards. Oh, thank you, Stallion. For me, the main thing is just you guys showing up. If we have a tournament with viewers who are really like... I think PvP is so addicting. It's a lot of fun. It's exhilarating because you don't know what to expect. You don't know who you're paired up against. You don't know which of your characters will get banned or picked instead of before you pick them. So it creates a really dynamic kind of content that I think R99 players really want. So, okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.